Hello everybody! Before we get into the episode today, we just want to give our little shout out. I put it out on Twitter to ask you guys to pick our 5 takeaways from the GLADBACH game. I read through some awesome comments and we're putting up these 5 right here who sent it in, and I'm looking forward to breaking them down right now. What's going on everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host Josh, and today we're here to break down the season opener between Borussia Dortmund and Borussia Mönchengladbach. And for all you fans out there, it was perfect. We walked away with a 3-0 win, and I don't know what it is about always playing Gladbach. I mentioned it in the preview, but we just always do well against them. And the game started out a little shaky. We kind of looked a little nervy, but ended up being a very strong performance from us and a big 3-0 win. So with that, like I just mentioned, we threw a tweet out to you guys. We're letting you viewers pick our 5 takeaways, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, be sure to do that because I like to communicate with you guys. I like to go back and forth and see what your guys' opinions are and obviously share them here, and we're going to get right into it with our first takeaway. And our first takeaway is Reyna, and we've mentioned him a lot on the channel, rightly so, because he's been doing fantastic. The tweet was that he improves our starting lineup, and he absolutely does. Reyna had a fantastic game today. The kid is 17. He looks so lively out there, getting the ball in space, just making intelligent runs. He made a beautiful run, picked up a wonderful pass from Bellingham, and just slid it through the defender's leg and past Jan Sommer, who's a fantastic goalie. So he's playing fantastic all around. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with him going forward with the attacking three of who it's going to be, because we have Haaland, Sancho, Royce, and Reyna's knocking on the door. He wants to play and he wants to keep getting better, and he is going to get better. And with that, I mean, everyone out there watching Reyna is pumped, and all we got to do now is sign him down to a long contract, hashtag Reyna 2025. With our second takeaway, we take a look at MANUEL AKANJI. And AKANJI have apparently a rough year last year with that big -5 downgrade from EA. But he's starting to prove them wrong already. He had a fantastic performance against Gladbach. He was very defensively solid, and I think that's something that he's going to have to really bring to the table, because with Emre Can being a defensive midfielder sliding back into that 3-back center back position, and with obviously Hummels being that ball-moving center back, AKANJI's got to really be that solid rock, because we have a little offensive defenseman in our back three, and we need that presence there that really be able to shut it down, and AKANJI's been bringing that. He was good in the air, he was good tracking back, he was playing out from the back well, and he just had a great game. And I saw it on Twitter, and with a lot of the abuse he got, it's great to see him being able to obviously turn it around and put in a good performance. Taking a look at our third takeaway, we got the trifecta of Mats Hummels, Emre Can, and Axel Witsel. And Emre Can and Hummels are starting to create a fantastic partnership at the back, and that's going to be super important for us going forward. We have so much talent through the midfield and up front. It's the back that we were a little nervous about, and I still think we do need to add a little bit to it, but right now seeing some chemistry between the three is fantastic. That's exactly what you want. Hummels has been, the way he's on the ball and the passing ability he has is so fantastic. I love watching him just lead the back line. It's something that you don't see in a lot of defensemen, and seeing on Can being able to read off him and play out a little more comfortably from the back and getting that chemistry down with AKANJI as well beside him. The back three is looking good, and to be able to put in a performance like that against a good team in Gladbach, that's a very big positive. As well as some love to Axel Witsel, because he's just he had a good game as well. He's the really engine that we need in the middle of the park, and he was able to break up balls, break up the play, and move it forward. And that's where we're going to need a lot of from him, and he's creating a nice little partnership with Bellingham as well, and he'll be very key for Bellingham to learn from Witsel, because he's just such a great player all around, and it's great to see for Witsel, and those guys are just doing great. And looking at our fourth takeaway, and it was something that you love to see. Now, Jadon Sancho was going to take the penalty. In my eyes, it looked like he was going to be the penalty taker, I guess, and then obviously Erling Haaland went up. So the team chemistry and the team love between Sancho and Haaland looks beautiful, because you see players like Neymar and Cavani pushing each other, and watching Neymar look at Cavani being like, I don't want you to score, and then watching Cavani miss. But Sancho pretty much had a big smile on his face, said, all right, you want it, you score it. And Haaland put it in the back of the net with such composure, and that's awesome, because Sancho recognizes, yes, he wants to score, but you need your number 9 to get off on the start of the year. And with that, Haaland scored his penalty, and right after that scored again. And Sancho, with his rapid 83 pace and Kevin De Bruyne like 74 passing, went on a fantastic run. He could have easily probably ran in and scored it himself, but instead slid in a perfect ball. Haaland banged it home, and the emotion between those two and the excitement, it's just what you want to see. And Twitter erupted when that happened, and it's just a huge thumbs up for those two all around. And the team chemistry with Dortmund right now has got to be at an all-time high. These players are having a lot of fun and really vibing off of each other. Taking a look at our 5th takeaway, I had to leave it to the very end, and that is FELIX PASSLACK. And I had to leave it to the end because, honestly, I'm the first one to admit that I read him off. I really didn't think that he was going to be able to fight his way back in the team. I assumed he probably would have been loaned out, potentially sold. I just didn't think that the scenarios would work out where he was able to do exactly what he did. And unfortunate injury, obviously, to Hazard, that absolutely sucks, and I hope he gets back soon. But we need someone to step up to the plate, and the local boy comes up and puts in a great performance, and that's what we need. As much as I was excited to see Hazard there in that left wing back spot, I was a little nervous because he's in my opinion, I think his best position is the right attacking mid. I think that when he does play in the left wing back spot, it's usually against a bit of inferior opponents when he plays for Belgium. So I wasn't really sure exactly how defensively sound he was going to be in this game. And we'll never know because he only lasted a little under 20 minutes. So it was a shame, but PASSLACK came right in, and he's got so much energy to him and just a little bite to his game. He looks so good out there, so comfortable because he does play in that fullback type position. It shows how good adaptability he was to be able to go over to the left, put in some good balls, put in an overall performance, and I think he's a shoo-in, in my opinion, to starting in the Augsburg game. So, I mean, I just give a big thumbs up and a round of applause to him because to be able to come on like that and put in the performance that you need in a team in a position where they need a left wing back to especially step up, and he may be the one who goes forward when Guerrero's not fit or needs a break, and that's awesome, and it shows that the players are able to get back in, and it's just a good story all around. So with that is our 5 takeaways. Thank you all to the viewers and everyone who commented and tried to get one of these takeaways. I love the communication with you guys back and forth, and if you're new around here, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.